Hi, I'm Jen from Behind the Scenes Tarot, and this is the Letting It Go series. The series is timeless, which means that whenever you need it, you can come back to it. And feel free to listen to it over and over again if it helps you get into that right vibrational state or help you keep the right emotion going as you're in your own time of transition. Because at the time of this recording, I too am going through a transition. So I thought we could kind of go through these topics together. And the first topic I want to start off with is asking advice from spirit when we're starting from lack and needing to move forward. So, how do we move forward, especially if we're in a feeling of lack? Advice from spirit on moving forward when we're starting from a place of lack. 3, 2, 1. Advice from spirit on how to move forward when we're starting from a place of lack. So, major arcanas here indicate really big energy. So obviously this is a huge topic for us to tackle, especially this is the first one that I'm recording in this series. So in the past position, there's the Fool, a new beginning. What's really interesting about the Fool is that we're already kind of indicating that we're on our way to something new. So starting from lack is actually saying we may feel in lack right now, but we are on the verge of a grand adventure. We're looking to create change. We're looking for something new. And in the present position, the Empress, we're actually giving birth to that new idea. So you may be in a state of lack, but you're already, give yourself some credit. We're already moving through some big energy, which is you've already said to yourself, it's time for a change. There's something new. I may feel like I'm in lack, but I'm moving forward. At least give yourself that permission to create something new in your life. Otherwise, we stay stuck. And no one wants to stay stuck. It doesn't feel good to be there for a long period of time. Stay stuck for a little bit if that's what you need. But come up with something new and give birth to that idea. Like give yourself permission to move forward. And in the background, we have the sun and the tower. We may feel like we're in lack, but by the sheer nature of giving ourselves permission to choose something new and to actually have the courage to move forward with it, it's saying bravo. It's giving us that encouragement to say it may be hard and change is difficult. And especially if we're feeling like we're in a period of lack, going through change can be terrifying. But it's meant for our best and highest good. Like whatever changes you have that you want to implement in your life, I know I'm going through some really big changes right now as well. And as long as you give yourself permission, just know that spirit is backing you up. And even in the times where things look difficult, we're always going to have spirit on our side. We're always going to have that sun behind us. This is the most positive card in the deck. So basically, what spirit is saying is whatever changes you wish to create in your life, go for it. It's backing you up. This is your permission to proceed. Now, in the future, we have the King of Cups, and he's kind of our little shady king. Like, he's not totally on the up and up because some of his emotions are hidden. So, or he may not be entirely truthful. That's the way that I was taught to read this card. Other people may read this card as this is the masculine love. And so choose it however you wish. But I'm kind of seeing this as, this is a bit of like trepidation going forward because the Page of Wands, what I love about this card is there's pyramids in the background that have not yet been uncovered. They haven't been discovered. He is setting foot. This is actually the step before the Fool. The Fool has already grabbed his bag and he's on his way. He's got his dog. He may be stepping off the cliff and he has no idea what his next step is. But the Page of Wands is the step right before it. It's when he gets his knapsack packed. Bags are packed here. He hasn't packed yet. You can see he doesn't have any luggage with him on the road. So this is really, this is where this may be thought, this may be pre-planning, but this is the actual action step of getting started, your first step forward. And you're holding on to things. You're holding on to, whatever your emotions are about moving forward. And so by starting from lack and how do we move forward in life? I mean, basically what this is saying is, look, you may be afraid. There may be some fear here. There may be some trepidation. You may not even be telling folks really what's going on in your life. Like you may be holding back from being authentic and truthful of what path you really do want to go on. But that's okay because it's your truth and it's your secret and you don't have to reveal it until it's time. And I think what Spirit is saying is go for it. Just go for it. You may have fear. We all have fear. This Tower card is our fear, our greatest fear of lack. But guess what? He's not lacking for anything. He has it all within himself. So lack is really just, our state of mind. So if you shift your state of mind, because here the King of Cups, he might be not truthful in the fact that he thinks he's in lack, but guess what? He's not. So remind yourself anytime that you feel like you're in lack, remind yourself you got to just talk yourself off the ledge. Talk yourself off of this ledge before getting started. You're not in lack. You may feel it. You may see it. You may have evidence around you to think that that's truthful, but there's always something new you can give birth to from within. And I think that's what this reading is trying to tell us, is remind yourself that lack isn't about the exterior world. It's about how we feel inside. And once we can kind of start from the inside out, everything starts to shift and change. And that's what allows this Page of Wands to move forward. It's almost as if he's standing still until we can remind ourselves that we have what it takes to move forward. And we can be resourceful and figure it out. We can ask for help. We can share our authenticness with others. It is really hard to do that. I know I've had a difficult time in trying to be truthful with where I'm at because I feel like my emotions might feel too big or that people can't really necessarily help me with my problems. So therefore, why even bother telling them? But it's okay. It's really okay. Start with where you're at. Don't try and shift and change, your circumstances too quickly. Just acknowledge, but redirect. It's the number one rule of public relations. I learned that a long time ago. Acknowledge where you're at. It's okay where you're at. If we're in lack, we won't be there forever because we have what we need within ourselves. Let's just clarify what the Tower moment is. When we're in lack, we're feeling like we can't move forward. We don't see what's around us. There may be conflict, but I think advice from Spirit is trying to acknowledge how we can shift and change that mindset. At one point in time, the conflict will come to an end. At one point in time, we can take that blindfold off of ourselves and see what's around us. And I think what it's trying to tell us is when we're in lack, it's okay. But just remember, you have everything you need within yourself. And it is okay that sometimes you don't share that with others. Or when you do, you feel like it's not being reciprocated or helped. But in time, you'll be able to move through it. And you already have what it takes. You've already set off on that grand adventure. You've already given yourself permission. You've given birth to this new idea in terms of wherever grand adventure you choose to take it. Universe has your back. And you're ready to take that first step. Just believe in yourself. The conflict will end. The blindfold will come off. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. Give yourself permission. Top of the deck, the Devil card. This is your own biggest fear, the toxicity. But it is just a fear. That is all it is. So remind yourself that if you feel like you're in lack, it is our inside job to help remind ourselves we actually do have what it takes. Spirit has your back, and it is okay to take that step forward. I'm Jen from Behind the Scenes Tarot. I hope this helps. Have a great rest of your day.